The province of Quebec has recently indicated that they are going to move to getting rid of gasoline vehicle new sales by 2035. So they're joining New York and California with setting up a new car sales ban of ICE vehicles starting in 2035. So what's that? We got about 15 years added to today's total before new sales of internal combustion vehicles will be banned in the province of Quebec, the second most populous province in all of Canada. So here's hoping that some other provinces come on board and push for that date as well, or earlier, and maybe some more of the CARB states follow California and New York as well. And with that, we'll all be breathing a lot easier.
It would be nice.
Now,
I mean, the big problem is Quebec is it's damn cold up there, right? Like, so.
Yeah, and we all know that EVs don't work in cold weather, so there's certainly going to be a problem.
Actually, I was actually going to say that, because the one advantage that Canada has over the United States,
maple syrup,
is maple syrup. Yes,
It's true.
right. And in addition to the maple syrup,
I'm here for maple syrup.
Mark, don't many parking lots already have outlets to plug in your engine block heaters?
In colder climates like Winnipeg, the prairie provinces where it's a windswept area of northern Ontario, they also have block heater as standard equipment. That would be like a 120 volt, but it's enough to run a block heater. So yes, in some colder climate cities that does exist.
So yeah, so at least when you're, so like, destination charging, where parking lots already have these poles to plug in a block heater and whatever, you already are wired with poles to plug in a battery.
I'll let you know what the biggest push that Quebec is doing this is because Quebec has a tremendous amount of hydroelectricity available to them. They have tons of dams and
sneaky
water
utilities again.
Yeah, they have a renewable resource at their fingertips. So much of it, they sell it to the United States and other provinces. They have a huge surplus, and this would eliminate purchasing oil from anywhere. If they could switch their transportation system to electric, all the money could be kept in the province, which of course helps the people of Quebec. So that's what's driving this, I'm sure.
It's interesting that everybody's picking 2030 or 2035 for their ban abroad in the whole world.
Yeah. Well, people have to realize that you can't just shut an industry down without some serious consequences to the people that work in those industries. If you give them a heads up of 20, 15, 25 years and let them know this is where we're going, start preparing, start switching, start making plans to move some of your resources. It certainly makes sense.
Like EVs by 2030 are probably going to be cheaper than gas cars anyway. So they don't want a gas car.
Yep. And in addition to that, they started with trying to do 2040, and then some countries said 2035, and all of a sudden everybody's doing 2035, including that one that was doing 2040. Yeah, we're just going to move it up a little bit.
Right, but even then we're looking at, new sales, which means there will still be internal combustion engines on the road for 10, 15 years after that.
Yeah. But like Paul said, at that point it will be more expensive to maintain and fuel. And so at that point it would be only people who can't get that initial bump over
your
new
gas
used
car will be like your 67 Camaro you drive on
or that,
in the summer.
Yeah, or you can't get over the initial outlay to handle a new or used late model used car. So it'll be interesting to see how they get those last few percentage points if that's the case. Like literally, all I can afford is a $500 car to get me through the next 6 months so I can get the next $500 car.